matchup, the Anaheim Angels take on the New York Yankees.
Tim, partner, what are you doing this weekend?
Just found a new chandelier for the foyer. Gonna put that up.
What's a foyer?
It's right where you walk in the house. It's a kind of an entranceway, the house.
Front door.
No, it's inside the front door, the foyer. It's a French word. It means welcome.
Well, I've never heard of that.
No.
Okay,
when you move out of the motel, maybe you'll get an idea what I'm talking about.
A chandelier, that must run you... You're making big dough.
I'm doing all right. So what are you doing this weekend?
I'd like to go fish, but I hate worms.
Yeah.
So...
Well, you're kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
They kind of go together, don't they? And hello again, everyone. Tim Kitcho here with you, along with my always controversial partner, Jimmy Shorts.
Why controversial? What do I... I'm not... I'm just a guy. Wow.
Well, you cleared up that controversy, and now it's time to play ball. And here's the batter to lead things off. Fly ball, center field. And Erstad pulls it in. One out. Bases are empty. One out, one on.
Number 25, Jason Giambi.
Line smash to the shortstop, and he'll make the play.
I don't know how you can execute a double play any better than that unless you got three people out.
After a half inning of play, you're tied at 0.
Hey, Tim, have you tried the melted cheese on the chips here? I love that stuff, but it always burns the corner of my mouth. Fans, you gotta let that cheese cool down. You'll burn your face.
And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. Well, Jimmy, my dad always recommended a gasoline-soaked damp rag to take the sting away. I don't know how it works, but it does. Good eye on the pitch inside.
He is a smart batter.
Clemens, the windup. And that's line foul. Hit hard over the shortstop. And White puts it away. One out, nobody on base. The pitch. Drives one, foul. Erstad takes a cold strike, 0-2. Now look at the way he's gripping that bat, Jimmy. His knuckles are so tight they're turning white. He's got to relax that grip, move those fingers around a little bit. He's got to free himself up.
You ever eat pig knuckles?
Hit on the line over the first baseman. Erstad rounding first. No, I haven't, but they sound tasty. Rounding second. And Erstad ends up at third with a triple. Only one out, and they've got a man on third. This one to right field. And Vanderwall pulls it down. Out at third. And that's a double play.
I don't think you can execute a double play any better than that.
After an inning of play, we are scoreless. You know, they ought to dress the cleats up a little, make them more like golf shoes. Put some little flaps on them like that. What do they call those, bucks? And here's the batter to lead things off.
Number 51, Bernie Williams.
Hit Hit hard left side. The play at first in time. One out, nobody on base.
Number 19, Robin Ventura.
Ventura takes a cold strike. 0-1's the count.
Ah, this guy's sitting around there waiting for a bus or something. Play baseball.
Sends a blast left field. This one could be extra bases. Ventura rounds first. And Ventura pulls up at second with a double. One out with a runner on second. Hit hard right side. The throw to first, safe. The play at second. Just one out, and they've got men on base. White looking for a good pitch. Seeley, the windup, fly ball right center. He makes the grab. There are 2 outs, but they do have runners on base. Line foul. Hit high in the air left center, and he puts it away. And that ends the frame. With the bottom of the second coming up, we are scoreless. Today's How Far Did That Ball Go Anyway winner will be chosen after the game. Brought to you by the folks at Cheap Seats Airlines. You'll like our fares. They're cheap, like you. You've never seen a cheaper looking seat. That's coming up a bit later. And here comes the batter to lead things off this inning.
Anderson.
You can kiss this one goodbye. It's gone. And Anderson puts his team ahead by 1. A classic definition of a power hitter right there, Jimmy. He just overpowered the pitcher's best stuff and muscled it out of the park.
That was a great piece of hitting there, Tim. He sat back on that pitch and just went through it. Oh, that was nice. Playing a little long ball never hurt.
I saw him hit some monster shots out during batting practice earlier. This guy has some power, Jimmy. No outs, nobody on base. Gloss steps into the batter's box. Fooled him with that pitch.
That ball is really exploding. Not much you can do with a pitch like that.
Hit in the air to center field. And he pulls it down. One out, nobody on base. Hit in the air to right center. He makes the grab. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Molina takes a cold strike. You know, that's the kind of pitch you just have to swing at and hit. Clemens winds up. Line shot back to the pitcher. And Clemens reels it in. After 2 innings, Anaheim leads by 1.
Hey, I was thinking last night, they ought to have hot dog vendor trading cards. I personally would collect them all.
And here comes the first batter to lead off the inning. And they should include the bathroom attendants while they're at it, Jimmy. Those guys are very hospitable. looks at the pitch off the plate. Now that pitch was close, Jimmy, and if he laid off that one, you know he's seen the ball well. The pitch. The smash back to the mound. Out at first. Soriano, nothing doing today. Flied out his last at bat. 1 out. Bases are empty. This guy has got quite an arm, huh, Jimmy?
He's got huge arms, Tim. Look at that at home.
High hopper towards second. Sealing fields it off the bounce. There are 2 outs. Base is empty.
Derek Jeter.
And he gets hit by the pitch. Now he's really twisting like a top. And now he's talking to the pitcher. 2 outs, 1 on.
Number 25, Jason Giambi.
Hit sharply, but foul. Line smash into left field. He could have extra bases. Jeter rounding second. The Yankees tie the game. 2 outs now. Man on second.
Williams.
And he ropes one over the shortstop. And Erstad makes the grab for the final out. And that'll do it for this half inning. After 2.5 innings, we are tied.
My daughter Maggie's kid's starting with this soccer thing now, running around the yard kicking a ball. That ain't a sport. It's just running around kicking a ball. Baseball, that's a sport.
There's a shot to the shortstop. Spezio rounding first. And Spezio is on second with a double. No outs, runner at second.
Kennedy.
Hard ground ball, left side. Out at first. Guns it to second. Eckstein, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. 1 out, and they've got a man on second. There's a shot, second base. And Soriano makes the grab. Erstad, 1 for 1 on the day. And he tripled last time up. There are 2 outs, runner on second. Fly ball, left field. White fields this one on the bounce. And Erstad reaches base safely. 2 outs, runners at the corners.
Tim Salmon.
Clemens winds up. Hit sharply into left field. This one's going to be trouble. The Angels go up on top. Erstad rounds third. 1 run is in. And Salmon winds up at second with a double. There are 2 outs. Runner on second.
Anderson.
Clemens now set. Clemens now the windup. Sends up a drive to right field. Vanderwall will field it on the bounce. Safe at first. And Anderson is on with a single. Loss 0 for 1 to this point. Flied out his last at bat. A screaming fastball goes right by him.
This guy's got a real cannon for an arm.
Releases. Line foul. And there's a foul ball into the stands. Oh, it just took out that guy eating the pizza. And he is called out on strikes. And for you folks at home, you might want to check your manual. The swing button information is all in there. Today's Sloppy Joe Play of the Game is brought to you by the folks at Sloppy Foods. At the end of 3, the Angels lead by 2. We make sloppy food that's oh so neat to eat. That'll be coming up after the game. Ventura, 1 for 1 this game. Doubled last time up.
Ventura.
Hit hard into right center, and he'll make the play.
Oh, come on, dive for that, you sissy.
Posada, and he is 1 for 1 today. Singled last time up. 1 out, nobody on base. And he ropes one to short, and he pulls it down. White, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. Delivers. Sends a blast left center. And Anderson makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. As we go to the middle of the 4th, Anaheim leads by 2.
Tim, you should try my binoculars. Man, look at those. Do you see that one of the oranges?
And how? And here comes the first batter to lead off the inning.
Brad Fulmer.
Got under that one to center field. Williams plays it off the bounce. Guns it to first. And Fulmer has himself a single. Elena, nothing doing today. Flied out his last at bat. No outs, man on first. Clemens, and here's the windup. And he wasn't fooled by that pitch out of the zone.
He has got tremendous eyes.
There's a shot into right center, and he puts it away. The throw to first, out, and they turn the double play.
Tim, I'll tell you, there's a textbook example of how you turn a double play.
2 outs, nobody on base.
3, Scott Spezio.
And that's line foul. Good eye there on the pitch outside.
This fella's hitting coach is, I don't think he's going to be with the club much longer. He could manage his own team. He's really improved all these players.
Got under that one to left field. And White puts it away to retire the side. And that'll do it for this inning. As we go to the 5th inning, Anaheim leads by 2. Look at the arms on this guy, Jimmy. Looks like a couple of pork roasts hanging from his shoulder. Vanderwall, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. Sends a blast to center field, and he'll make the play. One out, nobody on base.
Number 60, Nick Johnson.
Pitch on the way, and he doesn't take the bait on the pitch away. And his hitting coach has to be pleased the way he's laying off those pitches, Jimmy. Line smash second base, and Kennedy pulls it down. There are 2 outs, base is empty.
Alfonso Soriano.
Soriano takes a strike, 0-1.
He took a little something off that one.
And he rubs one over the first baseman. And Salmon makes the catch for the final out. And that ends the top half of the inning. With the bottom of the inning coming up, Anaheim leads by 2.
I gotta stand up. I'm starting to cramp. You want me to rub your legs?
Yeah, with some number 6 coarse sandpaper, I would. And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. Gets under at center field. He makes the grab.
If he dropped that one, that would have been a nice little hit.
1 out, nobody on base.
22, David Exke.
Fires, and he wasn't fooled by that pitch out of the zone.
This kid is really, for once in his life, listening to his hitting coach, and it's starting to pay off here.
Gets under it to left field, and he puts it away. Two outs, nobody on base.
17, Darren Erstad.
Line shot to third. He could have extra bases. Erstad rounding first. And Erstad has a double. Salmon, 1 for 2 in this game. Doubled and came around in his last try. Salmon takes a called strike. The count is 0-1.
Now, you know, he's got to swing the bat to hit it. You know, swing, come on.
Hit hard to the shortstop. And Clemens pulls it in to end the frame. And that'll do it for the bottom half of the inning. And so at the end of the inning, Anaheim leads by 2.
Tim, do you ever get sick of baseball games?
Jimmy, does a bear get sick of the woods? Does the Pope get sick of being Catholic? And here's the batter to lead things off.
Derek
I think not. And now the pitch, hit in the air to right field. And Jeter has himself a base hit. No outs, a man on base. Giambi digs in. Seeley with the windup. Hit hard left side. Out at second. And he's out at first base. And that's a double play.
Oh, that is beautiful. That is a double beautiful executed play.
Williams, 0 for 2 in this game. Flied out his last at bat. Delivers. Line foul. Got under that one to right center. Salmon picks it up off the bounce. And he is safe at first. Ventura, 1 for 2 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. 2 outs, and they've got a man on first. Ventura takes a cold strike.
He is spotting the balls extremely well.
The pickoff to first, and the runner gets back in. Ventura takes a called strike, 0-2. I don't know why he held up, Jimmy. Hit sharply over the shortstop, and Erstad catches it for the final out. After that half inning of play, the Angels lead by 2.
Have you ever wondered why coaches wear uniforms? I mean, they don't play the game. I think a coach should have to bat and field during one inning. Now, that'd make the game more interesting.
Well, actually, Jim, I think they ought to wear a suit and tie to the game. Hit hard, first base. Giambi fields it on the bounce. One out. Bases are empty. Oh, that one hit him. Good thing he's wearing his helmet because he just took a noggin cracker. Fulmer, 1 for 2 to this point. Singled last time up. One out, man on first. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1.
I'll tell you, Tim, this guy couldn't hit the Eiffel Tower with a bowling ball.
I can't say I'm following you there, Jimmy. Hit sharply, but foul. Line foul. The pitch. It might be. It could be. It is a home run! And Fulmer gives his team a 4-run lead. He really took that ball for a ride. Picked up a few speeding tickets along the way. Man, that was a shot. That thing was screaming out of here.
Hitting a little white pill traveling at 98 miles an hour is not an easy thing to do, but folks, this guy just made that look easy.
And he hit the ball awfully hard. I thought it was going to go even further than it did, Jim. Nevertheless, he'll take his little home run trot. Looked like someone caught the ball out there. Molina, 0 for 2 so far. Flied out his last at bat. Clemens looks in. Sends up a drive left field, and he pulls it down. Two outs, nobody on base. Drives that one to center field. The throw to first. He is safe. Kennedy, 0 for 2 on the day. Flied out his last at bat. And so there are 2 outs and a runner at first base. Steps in. Clemens winds up. Kennedy takes a called strike. 0-1 to the count.
I'll tell you, he didn't miss it. It's a person playing this game, not hitting the swing button.
Hit in the air, but foul. Clemens, the windup. And he looks at strike 3.
Oh, you go grab some bench there. I don't mean to be mean. Tim, isn't it?
After the bottom half of the inning, Anaheim leads by 4. Boy, he's a big, strong-looking guy, isn't he, Jimmy? And here comes the first batter to lead off the inning. Posada takes a called strike. The count is 0-1.
Anytime you feel like swinging, boy, oh boy, what's he waiting for? An invitation from the Pope?
Hit in the air to left. And Anderson with the hot dog move for the out. 1 out, nobody on base. White takes a strike, 0-1.
Looks like, Tim, he's waiting for a pizza delivery guy. You know, he's got to start swinging or else he's gonna be the pizza delivery guy.
And that's line foul. And he got him looking.
Hey, to the player playing this game, is your controller plugged in?
Vanderwall, 0 for 2 so far. Flied out his last at bat. Vanderwall takes a cold strike. 0-1 to the count.
You know, Tim, his jersey's so tight, he's afraid to swing because you're going to rip his jersey in half.
Line foul. And so, the Angels come away with the victory. And that's going to do it, I guess. Hope you can join us tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Tim Kitzrow for my partner Jimmy Shorts saying so long, everyone.